Life doesn't wait for you to be ready. Chaos comes without warning. Emotions spike, pressure mounts, and most people crumble. But you, if you choose, can remain calm under fire. This audiobook will teach you how to take command of your mind, your emotions, your words, and your energy. You will learn to respond instead of react, to master your first thought, to harness discipline, and to transform restraint into power. By the end, you won't just survive life's storms. You will move through them like a force no one can shake. Your mind, your control, your calm. Start building it now. Chapter 1. Stop reacting. Start responding. You can't control everything that happens to you, but you can control how you respond. That's the difference between the weak and the strong. That's the difference between panic and power. Most people live in reaction mode. Something happens and they explode. They get triggered and they speak before they think. They feel anger and they act before they breathe. That's not control. That's chaos. You are here to break that pattern. You are here to master it. Every time you react emotionally, you give your power away. You hand it over to a situation, to a person, to your own impulses. You surrender control. And once you give that control away, you lose your direction. You lose your focus. You lose yourself. But here's the truth. Emotional reactions are automatic. Disciplined responses are intentional. That's the key. The difference between reaction and response. A reaction is instant. It's fueled by emotion, not logic. It's your body's survival instinct, the same one that tells you to fight or flee. But a response is trained. It's calm, calculated, deliberate. It comes from awareness, not impulse. The reaction says, "How dare they?" The response says, "I see what's happening. I know what to do." The reaction is noise. The response is control. And control, that's your real strength. Remember this. Slow is strong. Calm is control. Say it again. Slow is strong. Calm is control. Every moment of pause is a moment of power. The soldier's mindset. Think about a soldier in combat, bullets flying, chaos all around. But his breathing slows down. He's trained his mind to stay calm under fire. He doesn't react to noise. He responds to threat. He doesn't move faster. He moves smarter. Why? Because he prepared his mind before the moment came. Preparation is power. He's run the scenario 100 times in training. So when the real moment hits, it's not chaos. It's execution. He doesn't ask, "What do I do?" He already knows. You must live the same way. You must train your mental reflexes long before the challenge arrives. When you get angry, pause. When you feel insulted, breathe. When life pushes you, don't push back. Stand still and observe. That's how warriors think. That's how leaders think. That's how you start to control your world. The surgeon's stillness. Now think about a surgeon in the middle of a critical operation. A patient's heart rate drops. Pressure spikes. The room tightens. But the surgeon doesn't panic. He moves slowly, deliberately, precisely. Every motion has intention. Why? Because panic kills clarity, and clarity saves lives. He knows the slower he moves, the steadier his hands. The steadier his hands, the stronger his control. He's not fast. He's focused. He's not loud. He's lethal. That's the same discipline you must carry into your emotional life. Every word, every decision, every move, deliberate, not reactive. Remember, slow is strong. Calm is control. The athlete's calm. An elite athlete knows pressure better than anyone. A penalty kick, a final shot, a finish line, crowd screaming. cameras flashing, stakes sky high. But in that moment, the great ones slow everything down. Their breath, their thoughts, their rhythm. They've already failed in practice. They've already visualized victory 1,000 times. So when it's real, it's routine. They're not reacting. They're executing. That's mental mastery. That's emotional control in motion. You want to know how they do it? They train themselves to feel less and focus more. They know emotion clouds execution, so they let go of emotion and move with purpose. That's the mindset of mastery. That's what you're building here. The training begins with a pause. You don't need a battlefield. You don't need a surgery room. You don't need a stadium. Your battlefield is your mind. Every day you face pressure. The text that upsets you, the person who disrespects you, the situation that tests your patience. And in that instant, you have a choice. React or respond. React and you lose control. Respond and you take command. That's your training ground. That's where inner strength is built, one pause at a time. So the next time something angers you, stop. The next time someone provokes you, breathe. The next time life tests you, don't run. Observe, assess, then act. You don't need their permission. You don't need their approval. You only need your awareness. That pause, that's where calm is born. That's where wisdom lives. That's where strength begins. Building your response. Muscle you don't get calm by accident. You build it. You train it. Just like a muscle. How? Through repetition. Through awareness. Through discipline. Every time you choose calm over chaos, you strengthen your control. Every time you pause instead of react, you sharpen your clarity. Every time you stay silent when it's easier to explode, you grow stronger. You're not trying to be emotionless. You're trying to be intentional. You're not suppressing emotion. You're mastering it. You don't stop feeling. You stop being ruled by your feelings. That's the difference. Remember, slow is strong. Calm is control. It's not about being passive. It's about being precise. It's not about ignoring emotion. It's about channeling it. That's power. That's self-command. That's emotional intelligence in action. The new standard. From this point forward, you live by a new rule. You don't react. You respond. You don't flinch. You focus. You don't get dragged into noise. You rise above it. Let everyone else chase emotion. Let them argue, shout, and lose their control. You stay grounded. You stay measured. You stay composed. Because your calm is your weapon. Your stillness is your edge. Your discipline is your strength. You have a choice every single time. And each choice either builds your peace or breaks it. So build it. Protect it. Guard it like your life depends on it. Because it does. Transition to next chapter. You've learned the first lesson. Control begins with awareness. You no longer react. You respond. You've built the foundation of composure under fire. But calm isn't built on awareness alone. It's built on what you focus on and what you ignore. You mastered your reaction. Now it's time to master your attention.